Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of EdgeMasterGaming, where today, as you can tell, I started a Project Lazarus challenge where I let Discord choose my loadout. And you're probably like, well, what do you mean? How is that even possible? Well, I'm glad you asked the question and I will explain, but first, let me tell you the rules of this challenge. Rule number 1 is that I'm required to start at least at round 20 on a public server. Rule number 2 is of course pertaining to perks, and in this instance, I'm not allowed to get quick revive or juggernog. Rule number 3 is that I'm allowed to use all guns, but I can only pack the one specific to my chosen loadout, which leads me to rule number 4, and what I would consider one of the most difficult to deal with, but I'm not allowed to pack any of my weapons unless I have the entire loadout. Isn't that a bummer? And the last and final rule is that I have to make it to round 35. Now getting back to how do I let Discord choose my loadout. If you join the Project Lazarus Discord and go to this section that says Mystery Box, here you can type in $F, and the Discord will provide you with a weapon. Basically just running a virtual mystery box for fun. And as you can see, my first gun for the loadout is the Masada. Not a bad weapon at all. I wonder what my next gun is going to be. The Barrett 50 cal. Well, that can be a problem without quick revive or juggernog, but let's move on. And my last weapon is... Oops, I forgot slow-mo was enabled.
Bruh.
Frostbite? How am I supposed to do that? Oh man. As you guys know, the likelihood of getting frostbite on a public server is very low. Why do I do this to myself? Anyways, as always before we get started, if you wind up liking this video, please give it a like, and if you're new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. The description box also has other links that help support my channel like my Discord, Twitch, and Twitter. But without further ado, let's get started. On round 20, I'm just going to jump right into the action. As you can see, I already went to the lab to get my trusty K1A because what other weapon is there? Anyway, farming is a top priority so that I can get all the perks that I need, and then I'll worry about getting my loadout later. And of course, standing on this spot is the best place for farming. But before we move on, can I just say that I found this chat hilarious. Have any of you guys ever had this happen where you lost your gun in the Pack-a-Punch machine? Please let me know in the chat. The two scenarios that I can actually think of that this happened to me is purposely when I had to do my knife only challenge, or if I got knocked at the machine while I was waiting for my gun to be packed. And a few seconds later, you guys are about to witness my first scary moment of the game. In 3, 2, 1. Well, sometimes you get extremely lucky in Lazarus, and this is definitely one of those times. If you remember, the doors weren't closed behind me until probably when my teammate got knocked. So I was very surprised when I turned around with almost nowhere to go. Anyways, let's move on. Moving on to round 21, I finally was able to get all my perks and then I got an insta-kill. At this point I figured it might be a good time to try my luck at the mystery box. I mean, I knew where it was, all I had to do was go there. But there was only one problem, and I'm sure you guys know my pain when I ask this question. You ever want to go somewhere on this map using the teleporter and for whatever reason, the game just refuses to take you there? I mean, look at this. Oh my goodness, isn't that annoying? And after all of that, I'm just going to let you guys know I didn't get any weapons for my loadout on this round. Next on round 22, there really wasn't much to say here except that I wound up staying in the lab the entire time, trying to get my loadout. Aw man, right color, wrong weapon, shoot. It's now round 23, and one of the things that I kept focusing on in this challenge is the chat and listening out for frostbite. Because if there's one thing that you can definitely count on, when someone gets frostbite, they're going to show off with it for sure. Later on during the round, I had my next scary moment during this challenge. Oh my gosh, that was so close. I mean, it's my own fault. I didn't have quick revive or juggernog, so that could have easily gone really badly. Here on round 24, it finally happened. I got the Masada after what seemed like an eternity. The Project Lazarus gods, I guess, finally felt sorry enough to reward me. Next up on round 25, the death of this zombie allowed me to become a 2304 level Deathmaster. Oh, and if you're wondering, I still didn't get the rest of my loadout, but I did get this. But it's too bad I had to give it up though. Moving on to round 26, and it's here that I'm going to introduce you to my new segment called How to kill a rookie in less than 1 minute. First, you have to let the rookie have the mystery box in a location that can easily become overrun. Next, you leave the area temporarily, only to return to find them under attack. What can you do, you ask? Nothing. Unless you want to end up like them, that is. Seriously though, it's unfortunate that this happened. I wish I could have done more, but when you're handicapped like this, you really just can't. Sorry, buddy. It is now round 27 and you guys wouldn't believe me unless I had proof, and here it is. I actually got Frostbite. At the time, I swear I didn't think this was really going to happen, but with persistence, things certainly did work out for me. It's now round 28 and it just so happens that only me and one other teammate was left. Unfortunately, he got knocked. So I did try to at least see what I could do for him, but once I saw where he was, all thoughts of saving him were quickly diminished. I'm not going up there. Needless to say, I wound up having to carry the round for the rest of the team. And the only question I have is this. Can someone please explain what happened to my Frostbite shot here? It just disappeared. That's never happened to me before. I swear, every time I play this game, something weird always happens. Guys, we are on round 29 and let me just try to give you a quick recap. The team starts off pretty well, at least at first. I would say about 30 seconds later, they begin to get knocked one by one. Soon after, the zombies would then begin to initiate their victory dance. But the one thing that they forgot about was that I was still around and I was able to carry us to victory. Go team. But before we move on, don't you just love shots like this? I'm so glad my life didn't depend on that one. I finally made it to round 30 and if you notice, I still don't have my loadout yet. By this point I was beginning to lose hope. I mean, this is sad. The 50 cal isn't even that rare of a weapon. I think this game just has it out for me sometimes. Anyway, carrying the team was beginning to get tough without any of my weapons being packed, but I wouldn't give up. So when my last teammate got knocked, I did make an effort to try and save them. And I present to you another close call. In 3, 2, 1. And guys, yeah, I really don't have any idea what I was thinking there. There's like no way that I can save anybody under these conditions, right? Anyways, part of the consequences of carrying your team means that they have to sit and watch you roll the mystery box as much as you want until you finally get the gun you deserve. Interestingly enough, I just happen to roll a ray gun and of course I don't want that, so watch what happens in the chat once I swap it out. But wait, there's more. I just thought this whole situation was hilarious. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next round. On round 31, I just spent what seemed like forever just to find out that I'm not getting my Barrett this round. This was so annoying to the point that I had to add my frustration to the chat. I mean, come on. It's been 11 rounds and not once has the Barrett showed up. Really? Oh well, better luck next time. Up next on round 32, it turns out that one of my teammates knew how to do the 5 perk glitch, and others definitely wanted him to share the wealth. So as a shameless plug, I had to offer some assistance. I mean, what good is a video if no one is there to view it, right? Aside from that, I had a couple of moments where I got the opportunity to rescue my knocked teammates. Here's one good one. And here's one that's not so good. Now at this point, what I should have done was just teleport to another room so that the zombies could disappear, and then I would come back to save them. But as they say, hindsight is 20/20. And finally, after 12 grueling rounds, I picked up what should have been one of the non-rarest weapons in the game. But thank goodness, because it did allow me to keep going so I can complete this challenge. On round 33, it is time to do what needs to be done. I needed to farm points so that I can finally pack the rest of my loadout. While it was fortunate that I got the 50 cal, it was unfortunate that I had to spend almost all my points to do so. So the only weapon that I did pack, as you can see, was the Masada. And I'd like to say that I think that when I post my next tier list video for Lazarus, that the Masada may actually get a higher rating because this is one awesome gun. On the last and final round, my teammates needed help in the spawn area, which was perfect for me. I was able to finally do what I've been wanting to for most of the game. And what is that, you ask? I simply wanted to use Snipe Zombie Assist. And let me tell you, this is a ton of fun. By the end of the round, I did stick around for a bit, keeping the last zombie for my teammates while they went to the mystery box. And at this point, I think it's safe to say that I can definitely call this challenge completed. Also, I definitely want to give a shout out to these guys in the chat. They made the game enjoyable and really fun, and I just wanted to put it out there because it definitely didn't go unnoticed. And that's going to do it for this challenge. Thanks to all of you who made it this far in the video. I really appreciate the support. Let me know in the comments section if you like this challenge and if any of you guys are considering doing this. Also, let me know any challenges that you would like to see on my channel, because you never know, the next challenge might be yours. And as always guys, remember to have fun, take care, and God bless.